Today is February 6, 2018, and this is your daily episode blog number 28. Today we are at $4,800. We have gained 50% since last midnight when I was looking at this. Last night, if you didn't know, at $6,000 mark, it tested it. It killed a $250,000. $250,000. Actually, it was more than that. It was more like $500,000 just went wiped. The sales just kept coming through, and that just went through. It dropped all the way to 5,700, and then all these buy orders just came out of nowhere. The order book didn't have it. It was just so liquid. It was just dropping, and then all of a sudden it just pop, 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 and it just kept going up. That's what ended up happening. Just massive amounts of buy orders, and I was actually pretty shocked to see that. And then a wave formed and it went all the way to 6,400. Maybe that's market manipulation. Who knows? I mean, if someone has a lot of BTC, I'm sure they could do that, right? They could just, because it was pretty liquid. And so as soon as it broke, it was liquid all the way down, catch a huge way up, and then it looks like, hey, this is the return. It catches that wave, and you see this wave right here, right? And then it's like a pump, and then looks like a dump. I don't know. SEC hearing hits, boom, it goes back up again. And this is from SEC. If you didn't listen to the SEC hearing in the United States, basically, in a nutshell, we are not hindering innovation. We want to promote it. We will put very, very strict regulations on ICOs, and we're going to try to protect our investors. So basically, regulations to protect investors, so you can't get scammed. Dabber Coin just got subpoenaed, by the way. No, cease and desist letter. I'm not subpoena, excuse me. They got a cease and desist letter. So the SEC is doing a good job. I think they did an amazing job, and that's why we got such a good pump. Man, the guy was just, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm following this guy on Twitter, Chris Giancarlo. Amazing character. And he did his research. He knows what a DApp is. He knows what an ICO is. He knows what a currency is. He knows what an application is. I mean, and he also talks about, how do you, this asset class, how do you identify this? Is this a currency? Is this a security? It's really, really tough. And this guy does a really good job. And I personally struggle with it. When I look into a currency or an app like Ethereum, like it's an application, but it also acts as a store of currency. It's tough, right? There's these fine lines on how do you gauge value on that coin? It doesn't make any money. It doesn't make any money. How do you gauge value, right? So it makes it really tough. So go real quick. The next thing I want to do is talk about my bot settings. And this is my buys here. So let me just go ahead and show you what I have. So I want to go through Binance and select good coins that I personally believe, and I'm going to have my bot buy those very aggressively. Everything else is just going to go with the basic spread. Like I change this a lot, depending on how the market is going. I have left it at 0.6 just to test it out, and it hasn't done me too well. 0.8 is the safer choice, and it's the spread in the two EMEA numbers, but this is what I'm going with. So basically, what I'm wanting to do is go through every coin on Binance and then list it here and give it my own evaluation, and then have the bot buy based upon my evaluation. So the one thing I want to do is this one here. I really want to go ahead and do the review I did yesterday about DGDBT. There it is. There's already an ICX BTC in selection only. Excuse me. There we go. And then I want to increase this to 1. Okay, because I don't like this coin. I want to, if it goes significantly negative, like there's a huge dip, I want to go ahead and buy it. I don't want to even try to test this coin unless, and then actually, you know what? Let's not do it that way. Let's just do it 0.7 and then give myself a spread of that much. Yeah, that will prevent me from buying that coin. equals about the same amount. So let me hit save. The 3 coins I looked over today were these: OX coin, Airswap coin, and Kyber network. These 3 coins are all for decentralized exchanges, and garbage. Personally, garbage. And then last but not least, still garbage. So all the cool decentralized applications out there, usability is in the tank. So let me talk about usability real quick. This is regarding OX. You could go right now to the OX website. Actually, it's called Radar. So before we begin, how does OX work? OX uses relays. Relays are markets. The tokens are used for fees and governance. So this company here, this relay company here, Radar Relay, uses the OX protocol, and they created an exchange. Okay, that's what this is. All right, but this is how lame it is. If I go to trade now, it's like Ether or Delta. Each buy and sell has an address associated with it. So I have to literally click who I want to buy it from. It's not smart enough to do automatic buys and sells for me. So Ether Delta, this decentralized exchange, has a really long way to go. As you can see, OX doesn't solve any special use cases. If why do you want the token OX, ZRX? Why do you want it? If you pay fees with it, okay? And the second thing is governance. All right, so if I own a lot of OX tokens, I could determine how if there's an upgrade that happens to the OX token, and somehow it's going to affect my market, my relay, this website I created. I have a significant amount of OX tokens. I have power to veto that motion to have that upgrade, because it's going to affect me significantly. So if you have tokens, you decide how the token will go in the future. In a nutshell, you don't need the token if you don't have a website. Second, you don't need the token because the fees, obviously. Third, usability. No way. Usability sucks, right? Usability is like completely out the door. All right, let's talk about Airswap. And Airswap's a little bit different. So, Airswap is, there's a Craigslist. Okay, I put in something. I want to buy BTC with USD, and someone over on another Craigslist, or on the same network, says I want to buy USD for BTC. So basically a system off-chain. So this is not using the blockchain technology. Another system externally, not using the blockchain technology, we're now communicating on a one-on-one conversation. They have something called an oracle that will help us find the right price, so we could consult the oracle, and we both negotiate, and we both say yes, yes. And then it goes into the smart contract, then we make our trade, and everyone's happy. Actually, USD is not an option here. It will be BTC for ETH, and he wants to do ETH for BTC. You can't do fiat currency here. So yeah, that's what it is. Actually, we probably can't even do BTC, because I'm pretty sure this is only Ethereum. So even take it back even further. These are all ETH-based protocols. You can only do ERC20 tokens. Okay. So that's still garbage. So Airswap is garbage to me as well. The Kyber network works a little better if they could achieve it. Okay. So how they sort of do it is one single buy price for the buyer, pool of reserve. The reserves determine the price. So as a buyer, you could choose to buy or not buy. Okay, and it will there'll be multiple pools. So there'll be pools that sell ETH, for example. So there'll be like ETH pool 1, ETH pool 2, and each one has like, okay, one has 100 ETH, one has 200 ETH, and they're selling it for, I mean, I don't know, some price. When you buy on the Kyber network, it's going to pick the cheapest one out of these pools. Now, I mean, obviously, the hope and dream is that there's like 100 of these pools, but, you know, yeah, there's going to be 100 of these pools, and you could buy from them. And it's using blockchain technology, and it's also decentralized. Why is the token price? Token is for membership and fees. I don't know. So you need X amount of you need an X amount of Kyber network tokens in order for you to use the exchange. And then there's fees that you pay with the Kyber token, like sort of like Binance, right? I don't know, guys. Like, more and more I look into all these cryptocurrencies, the more and more I feel like things are so overrated, so overpriced. And on top of that, even the ones that I have, like ICX, Stellar Lumens, ETH, and Neo, they're all overpriced. So how do you justify what the price should be? I mean, so sorry for ranting. I know I'm talking a little bit too much, but none of these tokens should be worth $500 million. They don't even produce money. It's just a protocol. And the protocol sort of sucks. I mean, they need to up the protocol significantly. They got the market cap, so they need to up it, because right now they got an Ether Delta. And you can see how poor the user experience is. I literally have to click on it and hit buy. I need to buy this exact one from that address. You can't, you're right here. So this is going to be sort of moving on to my shit list, but not as badly as DGD. ZRX. All right, thanks, guys.